I was throwing hay out of the trailer when I heard a sharp scream. I turned around and saw Karen. Her black SUV was blocking my driveway. She was screaming and waving her arms at the fence. A 5-month-old calf was standing next to her. It came up to her bag and poked her with its wet nose. Karen lost it. With a scream, she kicked the calf with her foot. The baby flew off, fell, and groaned pitifully. I froze from the cruelty. Let's rewind a little. My pasture is my job. From dawn to dusk, I worked, raising the farm from scratch. The first calves I bought were like children. Everything would have been fine. But my neighbor Karen, the chairwoman of the HOA, did not give me a peaceful life. Made up fines for noise, unsanitary conditions. She found fault with the smell of fresh manure, as if we lived in a sterile box and not in the countryside. But the last straw was her brazen attempt to appropriate part of my driveway. She was waving some papers, telling tall tales about the boundaries of the plots, trying to grab a piece of my land. She never took official boundaries into account and drove along my road without a twinge of conscience. Today was no exception, turning into a scene that made me go cold inside. Karen, whose black car blocked the driveway, with a furious scream, kicked my curious 5-month-old calf, which had just come close to her bag. The baby flew away and groaned pitifully, and I was overcome with indignation at such cruelty.
"Take your beast away,"
Karen squealed.
"He's biting me."
Before I had time to approach the lying calf, an adult bull appeared from above. He stood between Karen and the calf, lowered his head, bared his horns, and stepped forward without attacking. Karen froze.
"Take it away. He's trying to kill me."
I came closer. You hit him. He was just sniffing your bag.
I defended myself. He's a wild animal.
He's 5 months old, Karen, and this bull is calm as long as he's not touched. Unlike you, he knows where the boundaries are. She nearly choked with anger. She screamed that she would go to court, that she was attacked, that she was psychologically traumatized. I have cameras. Everything is recorded. Do you want me to send you the video? Karen didn't answer. She jumped in her car, the engine of her SUV roaring, raising clouds of dust. And that evening, a letter arrived, a lawsuit from her lawyer. The wording was stunning. Using an animal as a weapon, threat to life, psychological damage from persecution. She demanded $75,000 in compensation, and the immediate removal of the bulls from the borderland. I called Yulia, my lawyer.
Karen has stepped on a legal rake. It's time to strike back.
A week later, we were already in court. Karen walked in, playing the martyr, as if she were a victim of violence. Her lawyer assured her that she suffered from aggressive cattle raised in cruel conditions. Yulia stood up.
Your Honor, before you is abuse of authority by the head of the HOA, forgery and personal enmity. Here is a video. Karen's attack on a 5-month-old calf.
The screen clearly shows Karen kicking the calf. The judge frowned.
And you claim that this is an attack on you?
Karen opened her mouth, but Yulia continued.
Here are the documents registered before the creation of the HOA. Here is the satellite GPS data. And here are screenshots from her page, where she calls the cattle stupid hamburgers and promises to cleanse the area of smelly bulls.
Ms. Karen, your actions violate several articles: seizure of private property, false accusations, public slander, falsification of documentation.
Karen was found guilty. She was ordered to pay a fine and resign as the chairperson of the HOA. The court also ruled, now Karen is obliged to drive around my site on the ring road, an extra kilometer,